Meanwhile, the Prime Minister is to unveil nearly £30 billion worth of investments in new projects in science, tech and creative industries today during a global investment summit that's been held at Hampton Court Palace.
Well, later this morning, the Prime Minister is set to address top chief executives and investors as he tries to attract investment to Britain. Let's speak to our political correspondent, Olivia Utley, about all of this. So he's put a little sweetener out there. Will it work? Because we know lots of businesses are concerned about taxation and concerned about, the flip-flopping in policy that we've seen in recent years.
Well, absolutely. That's the big question. This is the second global investment summit. The first was in 2021. It was the baby of Boris Johnson, really. And at that summit, £19.7 billion worth of investment was announced. This year, it's set to be more like £30 billion, as you said there. The projects from last year, if we want to get some sort of idea of how well we can expect this £30.7 billion worth of investment to work. Projects from last year do, on the whole, seem to be going quite well. The vast majority of that investment last time was in a few wind farms which were opened in Scotland. They are going ahead. They are beginning to generate energy. Rishi Sunak is hoping for a similar success this time round, but as you mentioned there, businesses are worried about taxation. Yes, Jeremy Hunt has introduced full expensing in the autumn budget. That means that firms can expense, set against tax, any money that they invest in infrastructure, in any sort of equipment. That can be anything from a sort of laptop to a wind turbine. They can set against tax that investment. But still, there are concerns about high business rates in the UK. We have seen in recent years big firms have to move out of the UK because taxation is too high. You mentioned too flip-flopping in policy. Of course, this is a huge issue for a Rishi Sunak government. We are very much expecting a Labour government next year. Businesses are expecting that too. And of course, their worry is that whatever Rishi Sunak promises them today might be reversed in a year or so. So big businesses will struggle to make long-term decisions based on what the Prime Minister says today. That said, I mean, it looks like it's going to be quite a sort of exciting event. £30 billion worth of investment in British businesses is a lot. We're expecting to see the CEO of Goldman Sachs there, the CEO of Blackstone there, and there'll be an opportunity for Rishi Sunak and Kemi Badenoch, the Trade Secretary, to sort of show that the UK is open for business.
It's not just the Prime Minister, the King's involved, I hear, as well.
The King is involved too. This is, it's Hampton Court, a real historic English venue, and it's a bit of a chance to sort of show off. Everyone's getting involved. We're expecting to see a speech from the Prime Minister later, and yeah, I mean, as you can imagine, given that it is the sort of baby of Boris Johnson, it's an opportunity for Britain to show that we know what we're doing. That after Brexit we can be this big investment hub, that British business is healthier than ever. That's the sort of sign that Rishi Sunak is trying to put out today with the help of the King.
Thank you, Olivia. Thank you very much indeed.